after the army announced the resignation of Sheikh Hasina from the post of Bangladesh's Prime Minister, Nobel Laureate Yunus will today be taking oath as the head of the newly cobbled together interim government. Amidst attempts to bring the law and order situation under control, the Bangladesh Army Chief General Waqar-uz-Zaman announced that the interim government will take oath at around 8 p.m. The advisory council to the new Prime Minister, the interim Prime Minister, may have 15 members is what we're hearing. General Zaman has assured of all possible support from the Bangladesh Armed Forces to the 84-year-old Muhammad Yunus. Now, the Bangladesh National Party's chairperson and former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Khalida Zia, who was freed from house arrest on Tuesday, has also echoed the views of Yunus. In a recorded message, Zia said it is not anger or revenge, but love and peace with which they should rebuild the nation. Yunus, whose name was first proposed for the top job by the coordinators of the students' movement, congratulated the brave students who took the lead in making what he said was our second victory day possible, and appealed to all students, political parties and non-political people to stay calm. Yunus is a renowned economist and is credited with pioneering microfinance. He's tussled with the Hasina government before, but was a supporter of the Bangladesh liberation and also a supporter of Hasina's father, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Under the Hasina regime, however, he was persecuted and was even convicted and sentenced to jail. And now, as he takes over the reins of a crisis-ridden country, all eyes are on him to restore normalcy. We also, viewers, at this point have Pradeep Datta joining us. Pradeep Datta, big oath-taking today in Bangladesh. What has Muhammad Yunus said? What is his intent? And how is he likely to be received? Is he going to be welcomed with open arms as he takes oath?
See, ever since Sheikh Hasina has fled the country, we have seen a seismic shift in the politics of Bangladesh. It's not going to be that easy for Muhammad Yunus. No doubt he's popular among the students also. It was the student leaders who had proposed the name of Muhammad Yunus to head interim government. And that is one of the reasons that the army had no other option but to suggest that Muhammad Yunus should take over the reins of the country in his hand, though they call it an advisory council. But it's going to be a crown of thorns. It's not going to be easy because biggest challenge right now is whether he will be able to keep all those Islamist radical elements at bay, because we have seen during the last few days it was no more a protest for quota or reservation. We had seen that how this student agitation was hijacked by Islamist radical elements like Islamic Chhatra Shibra. That is basically a student wing of Jamaat-e-Islami that's funded by Pakistan spy agency Inter Service Intelligence. And it has taken a communal color. Hindus are being targeted, temples are being targeted, many of their homes have been targeted. We saw even the folk singer's residence that was 140-year-old along with 3,000 musical instruments. They were also set ablaze by the mob. So it's more of a mobocracy. Whether he's going to once again change scenario from mobocracy to democracy, it is not going to be easy journey for him. On one hand, where we see the uncertain future for Sheikh Hasina politically also, or so far as asylum is concerned. And it's going to be a very tough road ahead for Muhammad Yunus also, right, because there are several stumbling blocks on way. When you're out of government, it's totally different. But once you become part of the system, it's totally different. It's not going to be that easy. But only time will tell to what extent he will be able to restore democracy. Because it's really very important to have a democracy. But if the Islamist radical elements will continue to call short, then it's going to be problematic, not only for Bangladesh, but also other countries in the neighborhood, especially India. That's the biggest concern right now for the government here in India.
Most definitely, Pradeep. It also remains to be seen to what extent he is in charge of his own government, or is it really the military that is running affairs and he's just a front? That is something that we will await word on. Meanwhile, we have big breaking news coming in, viewers, on the